Okay, so no introduction or introductions today, but anyways, if any of you guys really care about myself, like, share, comment, hit the bell notification, really around about myself, subscribe. Short outro out the way there. This one for my personal thoughts, it's been really early in this channel. It's going to be very, very super early because sorry, my voice sounds a little bit different. I just woke up from a nap and everything, so there's that. So unfortunately, this is probably not coming until like middle or late September when they do this Deathbattle. Like, I usually don't rant to the earlier stuff when they have the freaking anime character, comic book character, just cartoon character from way back in the 60s, all the way to now 2010s, 2020s, or which was in 2020s, now it's 2020s. It's gonna be 2030s in another 4.5 years from now. It's just crazy to believe. But this one, I actually did have merch for this one. RubyRose, the one from like the freaking, now it's defunct, is gone now. You can't even go on our websites anymore. That shit's kaput, obsolete, doesn't exist no more. Rooster Teeth, the ones that made Red versus Green and Red versus Blue, and then like I think they made another one that was kind of like not based on Ruby, but it was the same animations. I think it was called Genlock. I don't think it did as good as Ruby did though. And they went into like 8 or 9 seasons. I don't know if they ever had like a final climactic conclusion of what happened to all the characters. My two, or actually 3 favorite ones was the ones that wasn't the main characters, which was Penny Lane, the one that was a robot AI girl. She was cool. And I like Belladonna and White Sheen. Those were my all-time 3 favorite girls ever. They even have them. And then you can't see it, but it's way in the back there. If we can go right there, and that age right there. I had the old school Nendoroids from like the late 2010s a while ago. I think it was from 2018 or 19 when I got them. And those from the Toys R Us things before they ended up shutting down like a couple weeks or months later. So, and a little bit of history of Ruby. Anyways, Ruby's finally here. I don't know if it's going to be a Monday, Tuesday when this comes out, or it might be Friday, Saturday. It might be super late in the weekend. So, that yapping, stammer, and install that round through tool. Let's just jump into it. Let's go.
I remember when Mama Boomstick read me bedtime fairy tales, stories of heroes and warnings about eating those little berries and quicksand, so much quicksand.
Yet in the world of Remnant, fairy tales are real. Here, huntresses do battle with monstrous Grimm, and there was nothing more exciting than that to RubyRose.
Daughter to the world-renowned huntress, Summer, who disappeared. Little Red really wanted nothing more than to be a huntress.
Her dedication paid off. Admitted into Beacon Academy 2 years ahead, a premier school for huntsmen and huntresses, Ruby clearly showed prodigious talent.
Not just that, she's got the weapon geek gene just like yours truly. Ruby doesn't leave home without her trusty Crescent Rose. It may look like a high-tech scythe, and it is, but it's also a gun. Ruby made Crescent Rose herself. It's like a dance between Grim Reaper's Choice and a bolt-action sniper rifle.
A dance is fitting, as huntsmen are locked in a never-ending waltz in their battle with the Grimm.
Crescent Rose can switch between sniper and scythe at the press of a button. Ruby's an old hand at flinging and moving it exactly how she wants, despite it being, like, bigger than she is. How does she do it with those noodle arms? The girl can't even throw a punch.
Well, she might not need to, given the strength of her aura. All living beings in Remnant have an aura, except dark creatures like Grimm, though not all of them can utilize it in combat without extensive training. See, aura forms a barrier that blocks fatal blows and even heals wounds.
It can make weapons stronger, too. When Ruby slaps a cartridge of dust into Crescent Rose, her aura lights up nature's wrath in man's hand.
Dramatic, but accurate. This dust represents the base elements of the world. Fire, electricity, ice, wind, anti-gravity. Does that last one count?
Rule of cool, Wiz. She's got the eyes of a hawk, and when she shoots you with dust, a bullet wound's the last thing you'll be worried about. With enough of a boost, ice dust can freeze over whole mechs, and she can power up her kicks to crater military-grade steel.
A person's aura may be limited, but Ruby can keep track of hers with this handy health bar on her not smartphone.
Ruby blasted through Huntress classes with flying colors. Almost right away, she was appointed the leader of her own group, with White Steve, Lake Belladonna, and Big Sis Yang Xiaolong.
Those are the ones I was talking about. These two, mainly in particular. even years and years later after now watching the whole RWBY series, Weiss and the other Blake Wilson, OG, freaking waifus. I can tell you how much fan service R34 I used to freaking vap off top. Freaking, I used to use a lot of lotion. Freaking Vaseline for those. Those rightfully good too. I loved it before the stupid AI artwork kind of messed up corn for me, unfortunately.
And Big Sis Yang Xiaolong. Oh, I get it. Team RWBY.
But Ruby's hope for many years of learning with her friends would be dashed as evil machinations spread like wildfire. And with a flash of silver light, Beacon had fallen.
Ruby's friends? Dead. Her school? Totally wrecked. Her sister? Disarmed. All because of a lover spat that went way too far.
Salem saw the world divided, and it was time to say goodbye to any happily ever after.
But Ruby wouldn't give up like that, so she set off to change the world.
Even as Crescent Rose began to feel heavier and heavier.
Wait. It got heavier? What's she doing, adding even more guns?
No, it's a metaphor.
Imagine it! Sniper rifle, shotgun, machine turret, rocket launcher, 4 clams for the price of 1. Okay, Wiz, I really want to make this thing now.
You know, so do I. Come back next time as we cover Ruby's opponent, Maka Alburne, for the 200th episode of Death Battle.
Oh, let's also add a chainsaw.
I hope you're ready to get all bunny.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. I'm going to be really hyped for this one, man. All right. See, let's go a second. Okay, so overall, finalized overall thoughts, views, opinions, speculations, hot takes, bias, feelings, all that good stuff. Broad opinions, bullet points, my worldview, my hot take. Real speculation here. It wasn't that long. I know it would have been better if it was 5 minutes instead of 3 minutes, but man, you know what? I'll take anything at this point when it comes to the freaking RWBY series. Cause I felt like it ended like, I feel like it was in a cliffhanger that it didn't really end from the proper way that Rooster Teeth original, probably the original one, the late rest in peace Monty Home. That guy, when he passed away and got unfortunately unalived, I don't know how. He got in like a car or trucking accident. They never really say how he unfortunately left this world very, very early on the age of his early mid-20s. Like, a dude would probably been around my age, at least probably 31, 32 maybe, if he was still alive, unfortunately. He's been no longer with us for a while already. One of the things I'm going to say is this: I really, really hope whoever can get the female character that plays RWBY, because it ain't the original female voice actress. I don't know. I know she was obviously a white girl, I'm not surprised or not, but like, unless she had red hair in real life, and she's a little bit of a heavy set, chubby, overweight chick, well, she still looks super pretty as fuck anyways. I didn't care about that at all. So, chubby, overweight, ran around with a ton to do myself, so I don't care. I'll say this though, well, unless they get the original voice actress to do reviews, that'd be really, really cool. And then number 2, the way they have her stunt performances, her little side tricks and all that stuff. I don't know what type of animation art style they're gonna go for, like clay style animation or cell shading animation. When they do Maka Alburne from Soul Reaper or Soul Eater versus RWBY from I always forget her last name, RubyRose from the RWBY series. I really, really wish they would never left it off in a cliffhanger like that, because I feel like there's so many unanswered questions about this whole world of Grimm and all that stuff. I was like, I wish they would have showed us the origins of how they were created, how they were made. And I think they did when they showed that other girl, Salem, and like how they were originally created. I think they were originally created because I think somebody failed or whatever. They kind of took like a quote from the Bible and Adam and Eve. I think when, like in the Bible, when Eve like ended up eating that first apple, that it brought sin into the world for the first time. I think it was a little bit more different though. It was like this. I haven't watched the episode in a while. It was like 2019, 2018, 2020. I think this girl, Salem, like, she used to be beautiful and pure and really, really wholesome and all, but like, she stepped into a place where like these 4 guardian people that are like gods and deities and legions and all that told her not to step in this certain area of a pool, and I guess she didn't listen. That's how she brought the Grimms to life. I think that's how it was. Completely be way wrong about that. Yep, that's it for now. I'm here. Links to about time below. So I'm signing off. Peace out. This is Buddy. Stay cautious. I'll see you guys in the next feature video commentary. Take it easy. Come on. Goodbye.